When Kyrie was with you guys way back when, he asked some of the guys on the bench, like, what do the playoffs feel like? Have any of the guys that haven't been to the postseason at this point, like, asked Rondo, like, is this a playoff atmosphere? Is this what it feels like? Is this what I need to be prepared for?
Yeah, definitely. I think, there's been a few games this season that have stuck out. I mean, obviously there was so much emotion with, Clay coming back in Golden State. There's been multiple games here at home where we've had that playoff type of atmosphere and we've filled the arena. I think that gets guys really excited. And I think our hope is that, after the All-Star break and as we start making a push that, again, there's going to be less seats that are available and full. Not taken. And we want to pack the games out and get that type of an atmosphere so we can get acclimated. And then I think the Philly game as well, like those are all, if not playoff type of feel and atmosphere, then, kind of what we're going to see as far as, officiating. It's a little bit more loose. They let a lot more stuff go. And then on top of that, the level of physicality throughout those games. So I think guys are going to start, asking and picking our brains a little bit more. But I think, between Dull and myself, we've kind of gotten their ears a little bit of what it's going to be like. And then even in film sessions and, attention to detail on personnel and very personnel-driven type of film, that's something that we've been really focusing on. So just not getting too far ahead of ourselves, but continuing to focus in on what matters right now and growing out of that, knowing that, eye on the prize, and that's, the playoffs and, again, see what happens from there.
And then for the first time in about 7 years, you were not mentioned in trade rumors leading up to the deadline. What was that like for you?
Oh, my God. It was amazing. First time. No, it's funny. Kobe and I were actually talking about that. He goes, how amazing is this since your first year? Like literally, August of 14 until now, not hearing my name. But again, it's been a great season. I've loved playing this 6-man role for this team and helping lead these guys off the bench. But again, it's this group has so much upside and a chance to grow into a contender every single year moving forward because we are so young and our starting lineup is all under the age of 25. I think it's a beautiful thing. So again, things have to go our way in terms of, some of it's luck, staying healthy and making sure the ball bounces the right way when we're playing. But focusing in these last 25 to 30 games is going to be huge for us.
Thank you.
Go to Tom.
Thanks, Romy. Hey, Kev, what was it like for you to make the All-Star team for the first time?
It was amazing. Actually, it's kind of what I was talking about earlier with, being the injury replacement. Like J.A., I was averaging a big double-double and kind of felt I should have been named as a reserve. But again, we weren't really winning at the time. And that was my third year in the league, and we were trying to fight just to, win games, get in the 20s, which I don't think we did. But that's what I'm saying here. Like, we've continued to show that, we're a more than capable team that can win games. And, you should, give it to a guy that's won. So fingers crossed for him. Love J.A. But for me, it felt amazing. It doesn't matter how you get there. At the end of the day, you're going to look back and say, I got named to the All-Star game. And you look at me, I've been an injury replacement. I've been a reserve. I've been an All-Star starter. Like, kind of done it all in that respect. So it's an amazing feeling. It just shows you have respect around the league. And I think consistency within this league every single night fighting is huge. So I think, the reward goes to consistent hard work and just going out there and getting the job done.
Hey, and just like JB, you're an NBA lifer. You grew up in an NBA household. So you know what it's like to be around some of those greats of yesteryear, whether they were your dad's teammates or whatever. What do you hope young guys would glean from being around some of these 75th anniversary team guys, some of these greats that are going to be in town this week? What lessons would you hope that they would try to get from them?
Just that they built the league to be where it is today. Without them, without the legends that paved the way for all of us, we wouldn't be able to have any of this type of lifestyle that we live and get to put the ball through a hoop for a living and support our families. And in some cases, create generational wealth that can set up, all of us in our families, our communities, or, funds, whatever it may be to better serve, what we want to serve. So I think it's, amazing to see. I can remember the 50th anniversary. We're seeing all those people wearing their jackets and everything, thinking about how cool that would be to see that. So that kind of takes me back. It's very nostalgic thinking about that. But again, guys, dating all the way back, even guys that, have passed, you have to tip your hat to and pay homage to and, just show major respect.
Thank you.
I have time for just one more. Christos?
Hello, Kevin Kersos, DNA Grace. Hope you're doing well. For you, question for you personally, how to have to be in such a young, hungry, and ambitious group of guys? How important is to be a good influence for the young players? How important is to be like a teacher on and off the floor for them?
Yeah, I think between Joe, Ed, myself, being the super vets on the team, guys that have 12, 13 years plus, me being in my 14th year, Joe being in his 16th, we just want to be a sounding board for guys. The most impressive thing is these guys want to get better. They want to learn. They're hungry. They want their respect. So I think, and they ask questions. It's kind of refreshing to hear and to see. And these guys are, I always say, relentlessly curious is how I try to live my life. And we have that through our entire lineup. So it's kind of a beautiful thing to see. But I think it's big for the three vets that I mentioned to be an extension of the coaching staff and just help wherever we can. Just be a kind of a stable, calming voice within the locker room, be a good influence, lead by example. But again, these guys all lead by example and come to play every single day. I think the experience and just continuing to play together is going to be the biggest thing for this group.
And this team can play, or maybe playing right now, winning basketball.
Sorry, say it again.
Yeah, this team playing winning basketball at this point of the season. How did this team learn to play winning basketball?
I think just having trust and belief in one another has led us into a space where when we go out there every single night, we believe we can beat anybody, and we believe that we can kind of dictate how we want to play the game. And again, it's our brand of basketball is a beautiful brand of basketball. We play for each other, we protect each other, we trust each other, and I think moving forward, that's our identity. That's how we have to be. But we've established that, and it's a beautiful thing to see culture that wasn't necessarily forced. It just grew out of having high character people throughout our entire organization.
Thanks, Kevin.
Cool.
Thanks, everyone. We'll see you all tomorrow.